Hi, my name's David, and I'm a regular guy, or at least I think so. And I've spent the last couple of years just trying to figure out exactly how to live successfully during these really tough and troubling times, both tough economically and socially. And I've been doing this ever since I really started to take note on what was happening around me. And unfortunately, I've continued to see friends living day to day, being constantly surrounded by the prospect of unemployment, spending less and less time with their family. But I'm here to let you know and share with you in this video that there are some really simple steps that you can take to ensure prosperity at work, cut down on life stresses, and make sure you spend more and more time doing the things you love with the people who mean most to you. So if you're anything like I used to be, this scenario will probably be quite familiar. I was spending far too much time in the office, working way too hard, and all for what? Literally just to hold on to my job and hope for the next promotion. And you know what, this really is not a nice place to be. And if you're watching this video and can relate to this character and to relate to this person who really embodies my odd life, I'm here to help you and share with you and show you that there's a way to stop living like this, and I'll show you exactly how really shortly. So why are we all spending more and more time at the office? Well, it simply comes down to the fact there are fewer jobs, and this pretty much has been a growing trend since mid-2008 when unemployment started to skyrocket. And you know, even stormtroopers are finding it hard to get work right now. For those of you who remember the original Star Wars trilogy when we had Star Wars dressed up like this. And to make things even tougher for all of us, the jobs which are around are increasingly going abroad. They're literally jumping on a plane and going abroad to cheaper countries like India and China. And what this all means is, well, we're simply spending more and more time at the office, and unfortunately there are only 24 hours in the day, which means we're spending less and less time with our families and our friends. Where, you know, I think most of us, if we looked at ourselves honestly, would rather be at home than spending time sat behind a desk at work. And more time at the office invariably impacts on relationships at home. And this means, well, as you can tell by this, the cake here in this chart is that things like divorces are massively on the increase. And I couldn't believe when I first saw this cake, you know, that there's actually a divorce cake now. It seems quite incredible. And for those of us who are lucky enough to keep the family together, we're actually spending less and less time as a family unit. You know, we communicate more with people online rather than spending time as a family having dinner together and chatting and talking about things which are actually important. And look, I'm not for one moment saying there's anything wrong with going online and spending hours browsing or being on Facebook. But if we had more time and we had more money, we could still keep in contact with friends online, but also have our family and friends having direct communication with them, going out and seeing them and spending time as a family unit. So, well, just to sort of demonstrate this point here, this chart here actually shows that from 1994 up to 2009, the number of hours that people spend online at home has increased massively. And you can obviously see that the trend is going in one direction, which is up. So in the future, we're going to spend more and more time online on things like Facebook and just browsing on the net. So what does this all mean for the next generation? Well, I've got a young boy, a baby boy called Guy. He's 3 months now, and this is not the future I want for him. I don't want this to be his future, where I come home late at night and I find him slumped over the sofa or on a couch watching TV. And I certainly don't want to become married to a TV. I don't want Guy to see the TV as his mum. So a couple of years ago, I started to ask myself this question. Is this utopian lifestyle, is this even possible? Where you've got a fairly affluent family, but the key thing is they're not stressed. The key thing is that they're having a great time together, they're communicating. And I'm here to tell you, and I'm really happy that this future is absolutely possible. And it's possible without too much effort, and you can have this very quickly and easily. So I'd like to pose a question to you. How are you and your family going to cope with fewer jobs, leading to increasingly stressful lives and spending less and less time together? And that's the question I put all of my energy into a couple of years ago to find the answer, and I've managed to do that. I'm very happy to tell you today I've managed to find the answer, and now what I would love to do is share it with you. So what did I do? Well, I went out and I read an awful lot. I Just to pick a few names out here, we've got Tony Robbins, Stephen Covey, Richard Branson, Michael Gerber. I'm sure you've heard of most of these authors here, and literally, if you can name it, I've read it in the personal development, life improvement, and business niche. And that's what I did. I went out and I read. I went to conferences, I went to seminars, I went to see people speak publicly, I watched videos, all to find the answer to that question. And what I found out through the whole process was the one thing, the one consistent aspect was communication. That's the key to success at work and success at home. Because if we become fantastic communicators, all those hours of extra work we put into work simply to try and get the next promotion simply disappear. And if you think about it, it's kind of obvious that, if you think about successful people, you know that they're good communicators. It makes complete sense that if you want to be successful, you have to be a great communicator. But what most people don't know, and what I found out during my research, is that of all the communication skills, of course, reading, writing, speaking, and listening, it's that listening is the most critical. But it's the least utilized of all the communication skills. We go to school, we learn how to read, we learn how to write, we learn how to speak to a certain extent, but no one helps and teaches us how to listen. And I draw this comparison. It's like walking, through your daily life with a pair of ear defenders on. If you did that, how well do you think you could communicate with your colleagues if you walked around with a pair of ear defenders on? I mean, it's impossible. And if you don't listen, you simply cannot communicate. Don't take my word for it. There are lots and lots of different quotations relating to listening, and listening be the key to success. And I've just pulled out a couple of my favourite ones here. The first one is from Lee Iacocca, who was a former CEO of Chrysler, so quite an important person, a very successful business person. And he says, "I only wish I could find an institute that teaches people how to listen. Business people need to listen as much as they need to talk. Too many people fail to realize that real communication goes in both directions." And the second one's from Larry King, who we obviously all know. He's a fantastic communicator, and he knows obviously the value of speaking as well as listening. And what Larry says, and I absolutely love this, is that I remind myself every morning, nothing I say this day teaches me anything. So if I'm going to learn, I must do it by listening. I absolutely love that quote. I think it's fantastic. So look, it's not just me that places listening as a key to success. There are so many more very, very successful and famous people who also place listening as a core and key of their success. So for you watching this video, I'd like to show you exactly how to listen your way to more pay, less stress, and more success by using some easy to learn techniques. So what I'm going to do for you is host a free online presentation, and during that presentation you'll find out how to quickly and easily understand why most people don't listen, so you can make sure that people always listen to you. The 3 actions you must start taking right now, and right now after the presentation, to ensure that you're the one who gets promoted at work and can create a better lifestyle for your family. How to thrive at work during these times of increasing unemployment. How to make sure that you get what you want by finding out what motivates others with a quick and easy technique, and I use this every day and it's absolutely fantastic. This is going to blow you away when you see it. How to create a deep connection with your friends and family so you will have less stress and spend more time with the people who mean most to you. And then finally, the secret to becoming the most incredible and amazing listener. And this is a must for anyone who's looking to succeed in an unpredictable world where we see unemployment, we see jobs going abroad, we see more and more stress at home. So if you value your future and your family's future, please sign up for this presentation. All you need to do is simply pop your name and email address in the box to the right of this screen. So thank you so much for watching this presentation. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you soon. Thank you.